Good morning to all of you. So today, let me discuss about the overview of one of the module in traffic engineering course that is on traffic studies. So I would like to cover today the importance of traffic studies, and I would like to cover what is the analysis that you can do with traffic studies, and what type of data you are going to collect, and what type of analysis you can do by using this traffic study data. So let us have an overview of traffic studies. So if you take traffic studies, what is the importance of traffic studies when you analyze? So if you take any urban area, most of the times if you take metropolitan cities, on every day the traffic is heavy on the roads because a lot of employees are working in urban areas. Lot of business activities, lot of commercial activities, lot of cultural activities. So the activities are more in the urban area, so that the traffic on every road on every hour. Okay, so the traffic is heavy. So hence it is always essential to collect some traffic data time to time, so that we can analyze the traffic scenario on different roads, and we can take some precautions, or we can take some measures to control the traffic, and to reduce number of accidents on the road, to improve the safety. So let me explain briefly whatever possible the studies. If you take volume studies, is one of the primary study. Volume study is a basic study in traffic engineering. So this volume study gives you how many number of vehicles are moving on the road, because it is essential. Sometimes at the junction also essential. So in that case, once we know the traffic data, we can understand whether the volume on the road is more, capacity of the road is more. We can understand. So let me explain you how to collect volume data. If you take a reference line on any road, to collect the volume data, take a reference line, and the enumerators will stand on the reference line. Whatever vehicle that crosses the reference line will be counted by the enumerators, so that will give the traffic volume on the roads composition wise, because ours traffic in Ethiopia is a mixed traffic. So in that case, how many different category of vehicles are moving on the road can be recorded. Later they can be converted into PCU. That is the importance of the traffic volume. So this volume will be useful for different purposes. Volume can be used in order to put forward different management measures on the road. It can be used to recommend new infrastructure on the road. It can be useful for pedestrian facilities also. So it can be used for signal design. So it can be used for signal synchronization. So for so many aspects we can use. So coming to the speed studies, I would like to make a overview of speed studies. Speed is nothing but the rate of flow. So what rate of flow is going on a particular road, we need to assess. So speed is nothing but distance by time. So in order to find out the speed of the vehicles, so on a given road you take two reference lines, and measure the entry time and the exit time of the vehicles, different category of vehicles, and the difference of the exit time and entry time will give the travel time. So travel time is important. The travel time will give an idea whether roads are congested or roads are free. So hence the ratio of the distance between the two reference lines divided by the travel time will give the speed. So like that, the speeds of different category of vehicles we have to evaluate. So every data whatever you take, the traffic volume data or speed data should be taken for a very 15 minutes consecutive interval, and should be recorded in a tabular column, so that average speed of the vehicles you can calculate, and that average. So in a given time you can calculate the volume. In a given time you can calculate the speed. So that means once you know the volume and speed, you can evaluate the capacity. So capacity is a function of volume and speed. So hence, by taking the volume and speed, you can plot a graph. You can plot a graph between the volume and speed. Like here, you can see here, volume you can take on x-axis, and speed you can take on y-axis. So you will get scattered points. Through the scattered points, you draw a parabolic curve, so that half the curve it joins at the y-axis at a particular point. So half of the free flow speed, that is called as free flow speed. Half of the free flow speed corresponding to that will give the capacity of the road. So capacity can be analyzed diagrammatically, okay, theoretically, diagrammatically by conducting volume study and speed study on the road. That will be useful to analyze whether on a given road volume is more or capacity is more. V by C ratio. V by C ratio indicates level of service. So the level of service should be always good. It should be either A or B or maximum C. So hence, in order to evaluate level of service, we have to calculate the traffic capacity. So hence, traffic capacity is evaluation is different at mid blocks and at the intersections also. So and coming to the parking studies, I will give a brief idea. Parking is very important because if the vehicles are not parked properly, so then a lot of space is occupied by the illegal parking. So hence we have to go for either on-street parking or off-street parking as per the space available on the road, and accordingly we can evaluate the parking parameters. A lot of parking parameters are there so that we can evaluate the parking fees. We can evaluate parking fees and based on that we can control the vehicles on parking. So coming to the travel time and delay studies, so very important because as far as possible on urban roads, travel time should be less between origin and destination. So hence the delay should be less. So we have to calculate both operational delay, we have to calculate both fixed delay. Operational delay means delay which is occurring at the mid block. Fixed delay is delay which is occurring at the intersection point. So hence by means of calculating the operational delay and fixed delay, so we can also plan for new infrastructure on the roads, maybe new flyovers, maybe new metro system, or maybe diversion of the traffic on the roads, or maybe any other type of structures or signal synchronization, etc. We can plan. So these are an overall view I would like to give. So similarly, pedestrian studies also we can do. Pedestrian studies also will be helpful to collect gap acceptance of the pedestrians, to collect pedestrian speed on the road. That will be useful for finding out the pedestrian signal time. Okay, so this is what I would like to give today's class, and of course accident studies also you can include. Accident data you can collect, and that accident data you can analyze, and you can plan for reducing the number of accidents. Okay, thank you.